Welcome everyone. Karen Eichten here, wellness coach. And this morning I am just in the mood for some red velvet cake type breakfast. So I'm going to be whipping up some sort of a red velvet cake. And that's what I'm gonna have for breakfast. And it's gonna be healthy and we're gonna do it. So this is what I do. So I buy this big bucket of almond flour because I live on almond flour. And I take 2 tablespoons. And I should have grabbed a knife so we can level it off. So 1, 2 tablespoons of that. And then I also take about, let's see how much. This is egg whites. So this is 25 calories for 3 tablespoons. So we're gonna do 1, 2 tablespoons should be enough. So we'll be able to cut back on the calories there. So not 25 calories, it'd be a little less. Okay, so we have that. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing my protein powder. So let me get my protein powder. And I need to order a new one too. I'm almost out, so. And this calls for the serving size is 2 level scoops, and we're going to only have 1. So it's 130 calories for 2 scoops, but we're only going to be having 1. So we'll be able to cut a little back on that, okay? 1 scoop of that. Put some lids back on this stuff so it stays fresh. Okay, good. All right, and we're done with the egg whites. All right, so we have that. And now we're going to put in a little bit of baking powder. I just am using an off-brand. It doesn't really matter. So use whatever you want. And I usually use about 1/2 of an 1/8. I know it's hard to, but you don't need the whole thing for this little amount, right? And you can put in an 1/8 if you want. You can put in, a little more if you would like. So we're going to go. Next we need a little bit of vanilla. So I'm going to have just a little, maybe 1/8 vanilla, maybe 2. Because we want some flavor in there. And then I'm going to grab 1 package of stevia. I think, let's see. Packet of stevia, and we're probably only going to use, not the whole thing. I'd say 3/4. We used 3/4 of the package. Okay. Isn't this a cute little container? I put mine in. I like it. Cute. Okay, and then we're going to use some beetroot powder, right? So this stuff is 1 tablespoon, 15 calories. So we're just gonna need enough to turn it kind of red or pink, right? So I think like 1 tablespoon would be sufficient. 1 tablespoon of that. And then since we are putting in a little flavors, I'm going to also put in a little bit of chocolate, so it has a little hint of chocolate in the background. So we're going to use 1 teaspoon of that. So 1 teaspoon of the beetroot powder, 1 teaspoon of the Hershey's chocolate. Put that aside, everything aside that we already used. Let's see, wipe my hands just a little bit. Got a little mess going here. We're going to go ahead and stir this up and see how much more liquid we need. And you could use a little bit of water if you really want to cut the calories, or you could use a little bit of creaminess. You could use a little bit of cashew milk. I love my cashew milk. Just stirring it up. We're gonna pop this in the microwave. Plenty sweet, plenty sweet. We're gonna pop this in the microwave. I'm gonna rinse off my spoon so I can mix up the pudding that goes on top, the layer on top, and then I'll be right back. So I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 1 minute, and then I'm using a smaller bowl today, so I'm gonna see how much I need to cook it. Okay. We'll have to make it go again, at least 2 minutes. Yesterday it was like 2 minutes. I made a vanilla one. So we'll see. Today I'm using this here yogurt. 5% fat, but because I couldn't find the 0 fat. But if you can find the 0 fat, get the 0 fat. And I did find one finally, so I have an extra one on hand. But we're using this one until it's gone, so we just get a little bit of extra fat. Okay, and then for the yogurt, you can go ahead and measure it out. You can use, it calls for, the serving size is 3/4 of a cup for 160 calories. But we are just going to use like 2 heaping kind of tablespoons. Not really heaping, but a little bit heaping. Not too much over. So 1. Oh, I can smell the cakes. Smells so good. Okay, and that'll give us enough creaminess for the top, for the frosting. And now we could go, if I would have, maybe I still can. If I would have thought about it, I could have used a little cream cheese, like a tablespoon of cream cheese would give this a really, let me see if it's soft enough, just from the fridge. I don't know if it'll mix down enough. It might. Oh, and this is chocolatey. Let me rinse this off. And push our brownie, or our cake. Let's see. Yeah, the middle is still undone. So we're going to go 1 more minute on the cake. Okay. We're going to use a little cream cheese. Some left over here. So if I would push this down, this would be like 1 tablespoon because there's parts that's not. About 1 tablespoon. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to add so much flavor, like a cream cheese frosting. So we're going to mush it down, mix it with our yogurt. I think our cake is done now. And then I'm also going to be using a little bit of sugar-free, which was the right way, sugar-free Jell-O, the vanilla flavor, and it's sugar-free, and we're just going to be using like a teaspoon. Just enough for the flavor, to get a little flavor in our little vanilla flavoring in there. Ooh, let me see if I can pour it out onto here. And I probably use this one big thing, this one big container of this. It's about a tablespoon. I mean a teaspoon, sorry. Teaspoon. Okay? Probably about at least 6 or 7 times to make my breakfast brownie or whatever. So one box of this, you only need like a teaspoon. So one box of this can go a long, long way for a little flavor and a little deliciousness. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. We're going to get the rest of this off because we're going to add these calories and we are going to want every bit of it, right? I don't know how I'll get it back in there, but okay, good enough. All right, we're going to mix this frosting. And it's a little bit of work. It's a lot of ingredients, of course, you know, but it's good. It saves you from going out and wanting to get a sugary, fattening donut, right? You can have something as good as this, full of nutrition, full of protein, right? It will help you and save you on your calories, and it will help you to lose weight. And I've been eating these for probably about a week now, straight almost, and I am still losing weight. All right. So here is our hot, delicious brownie. You can tell when it's done because it releases itself from the side, right? And then the middle is done too. So it's kind of a little spongy cake, right? So it's kind of red. And now we are going to add our frosting. Okay, make sure we got all of it. You know me, I love my sweets too. But when I can find new ways and delicious ways to still have sweets and still cut the sugar, I'm all for it. And lose weight. Okay, get rid of that. All right, now we're going to frosting it. We're just going to kind of smooth this around. This bowl is still pretty hot. I could have took it out and frosted it like a little miniature cake. Probably should have. Maybe another day I'll do that. It'd be cute for my video, wouldn't it? Maybe another time. Okay. And just cover all the red, so it's going to have some flavors of chocolate, a little bit of beet hint in the background too, and it's going to be delicious. So now we have that, and I'm going to put a few of these refrigerated things away, and I'm going to find a few little blueberries to put on top, and whatever else I can find. Okay, hang on. Refrigerator. What else? Milk. Okay, some blueberries. These have already been washed. These are from my garden. This little bowl full is from my own garden. So we're gonna be, well, let me put on a little something else. We're gonna really dial it up like a cake. So 2 tablespoons is 15 calories. So we're gonna do like 1 little tablespoon in the middle, okay? which would be like 1 tablespoon. It comes out really fast, so you have to be careful. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's, oops. Just a few little calories, 7 something, 1.5. And then for the top, so hold it. There you go. Beautiful. And that's what I'm having for my breakfast. First I have to exercise, and then I'll come back and I'll have this. I already did my shower and everything, so I can just get moving on today, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the content that I share here, please go ahead and like and leave a comment. It helps me with the algorithm on each channel. And if you're finding me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I'd love to have you around. And I love you guys, and thank you so much for following me, the ones who are following me, and I'll talk to you all real soon. I'll add up the calories that I have here, and I'll let you know in the video post, okay? Thanks so much. Bye-bye.